Hey guys, how's it going? In a previous video, we have created a new Django project, and in this video, I'm going to talk about applications and views. But before we do that, I just want to explain to you the difference between projects and application in Django. So in Django, both of them are different. Project is basically your entire application. For instance, we are building a to-do app right here. Our to-do app, the whole application is basically a project, and inside that project you may want to create some functionalities like maybe login, register, or logout, or maybe you want to create a new to-do, update an existing to-do, or maybe deleting a existing to-do. You want to separate those functionalities inside a different application. For instance, the create, read, or update to-do, you want to store them inside the to-dos application, and the login and register features, you want to store them inside the authentication application, or maybe users application, for instance. So that's basically the differences between the application and projects. And now we can create a new application inside our Django project by open up our terminal, and we can say python manage.py and start app, and the name of our app, which is to-dos, because we want to create our to-dos features, right? So if we run it, and we can see that our to-dos folder is generated by manage.py. So here we have several files and migrations folder, and you don't need to concern about all of these files, but one file that we need to concern is now views.py. So views.py is basically a file where we store our views, and views is basically our entire application logic. For instance, if the user go to homepage, you want to fetch all of your to-dos inside your database and put them inside an HTML document. So all of those logics runs inside our views. So now we can empty our views.py to start our view from scratch, and here we want to create a new view by creating a function which called home page, and we get a request parameter, and here we want to return something, and something that we return is basically show up in the user browser, and we want to return HTTP response, and here we want to specify our content, which is maybe home page like this. But first we need to import our HTTP response from django.http import HTTP response like this. So now we have created our view, but we need to register our view inside our urls.py to make sure that the user can access our view. So here we are creating a new path, and we set the home endpoint, and we want to pass the home page view, and we want to import it first from todos.views import home page like this, and then we want to specify our route name, which is maybe home like this. So we have our views and route set up. Now we can open up our terminal and we can run our server by running python manage.py run server. So our server is running, and here we can open up our browser and localhost 8000, and yeah, we got our homepage. Cool. So now maybe I want to create a new page which called about page, and we also get a request, and here we want to return an HTTP response, and here we get maybe about page like this. So if we go to our urls.py and we specify a new path, and the route should be about, and we pass the about page, and we specify the name, which is equals to about like this. First we need to pass the about page from the to-dos views. So yeah, our server is still running, and if we go to our localhost 8000/about, then we can see our about page. So cool. That's it for the application and routing. See you guys in the next video.